Now we can look at this example again and see how the reasoners inferred those new facts. There are many ways to check them, but I often just start with the class hierarchy. If you click on the classes tab, you will land it here. And we can go through them and see what inferences is being drawn. So we see that Paul is classified as an instance. Now Paul is a direct instance under many movie owner. So it is shown here. Click on this little question mark. It tells us all the facts, all the assertions that we have made that was used to reach the conclusion that Paul is a mini movie owner. So if we look at explanation, the explanation is not like written in natural language. It's not like English. Therefore, it's not always easy to read. But the indentation did show actually two threads of different facts. We first to check how the individual Paul was defined in the assertions. Then we look at how many movie owner was defined and see whether Paul meets the requirement to be a member of mini movie owner. So Paul, we know it's a type. I mean, it's a member of anything that owns movie and owns something that's not James Dean movie. And James Dean movie is actually one of the three. Altogether, there are three, right? And it tells us that James Dean's movie is subclass of Paul's movie. This means Paul's movie covers all three of that. Maybe there's something else. And that something else is confirmed right here. Paul owns something that's not in James Dean movie. So then further, Paul's movie was defined by as the movies that's owned by Paul, and owned by is the inverse of owns movie. So Paul's movie basically are all the movies that Paul owns. So Paul owns movie, this 3 plus something else. And we know that 3 is already different. Therefore, they will not be double counted. The 3 means 3 different movies. And that fact gave us the total of 4, at least 4 movies. Remember the sum value from? Here. Oh, by the way, this is actually Manchester syntax. You have the property, have the keyword, it's either some or only, to corresponds to some value from, and all value from, and not is complement of. So this is basically Rochester syntax that we're using here. So come back that here we can see that the reasoner should be able to count that Paul has 4 movies, 4 distinct movies, because some means it will have at least one. Even though that one was not explicitly given here, the system knows there must be one. It may not be listed here. Maybe it's going to be listed in the future, but there must be one. Therefore, the system knows there's 4 movies to say the least. And then the system checked many movie owner definition. It's exactly whatever, anything that owns at least 4 things. It does not have to be 4 movies, but as long as you own 4 things, it happens to be 4 movies, you're fine. You are a mini movie owner. So this is how that the system putting all those facts that we explicitly told it and draw conclusion that Paul is a member. So we could also go through this and check to see if there's other inferences. There is one, and this one is much simpler. See, because Paul movie is equivalent to movie and, so this is the intersection. An intersection, if Paul movie is an intersection, then it must be a subclass of any one of the classes that's being intersected. Therefore, Paul movie is a subclass of movie. This is one of the class relations